Okay, whatever. Yes, no picture, please.
Hee hee. I'm disappointed there's not even a smoke animation.
Hello, Holmes.
At least given us that.
I thought there would actually be one.
I was hoping.
Good day, Watson.
Listen,
I thought it
Holmes,
was raining,
I know I should have got here
but
sooner to
it's
give you a
just bad
report on my
graphics.
research, but this case has led me to neglect my patients and my wife more than I care to admit. I've been able to sort things out over the last few days, and now I am ready to pursue this investigation.
You don't have to justify yourself, Watson. Whilst I do tolerate you as an observer, and despite your occasional help with more menial tasks, may I remind you that you are by no means an indispensable part of this case.
Oh, you tolerate me as an observer, do you? Oh, you're too much, Holmes. Well, Mr. Detective, despite my absence, I have been working on this case, putting my relationship on the line in the process. And I happen to have a confidential letter that only passed from one lord's hand to another. What it contains is extremely serious and concerns Dr. Tumblety and his collection of uteri.
Let me see that.
I don't even remember Tumblety or what he did. My lord, as you mentioned, we must avoid having to explain the demands of medical research to the uncultured masses. A general crisis of competence would result in the... I guess leaks the press would surely be quick to make, so the hideous murders committed in the East End. That sentence really didn't make sense to me.
No, I don't know.
I can't read what that word says, so. Regarding this matter, the rumor that you mentioned in your letter has proved well-founded. 18 months earlier, an American doctor in London did in fact contact certain hospitals, to no avail, to obtain stocks of female genitalia, uteri in particular. The identity of the doctor is unknown to me. He seems to have left London shortly after his attempts. I cannot help but think that he may have returned to London and has found someone who might furnish him with what he seeks. With that which he seeks.
Excellent. This American could turn out to be of great use to use.
That's right. And that's not all. I did some research and finally found an illness that affects the genitalia and can, in certain cases, cause facial symptoms resembling the mutilations seen on the last victim. It is called, would you believe?
Syphilis and the emaciation that can be seen in affected children. I have known that for days, Watson.
There was too big of a gap there.
Listen, now you're already here, Watson, we may as well continue the investigation. Do you remember the map on which we established the area in which our killer lives?
I was hoping.
I think we should continue our study.
Not even retort.
Like, it wasn't even like he interrupted him. It's like Watson was pausing for effect.
I have no reason to go that way.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Read our dialogue.
Continue our study. Oh. The map on which we established the area.
Okay.
Well, I discovered the case of another murder before that of Bucks Row. It happened in George Yard. We shall put it on the map in order to see if it corresponds to our area of research.
The one before.
We must place the murder of Martha Tabram in George Yard on the map. That is where Martha Tabram's murder took place. There's no point going there. I already have all the information we need on that matter.
Okay.
You see, this murder took place in the area in which our killer lives, his safe zone. Nonetheless, there are two major differences between the murder of this Martha Tabram and that of Polly Nichols. Firstly, the blows inflicted are not the same.
And the second difference?
It follows on from a doctor's opinion. He claims two weapons might have been used, and if there is one group of people we absolutely must not trust in this business, it's doctors. Don't you agree, Watson?
Not produced.
Watch it, Holmes.
Tabram's murder took place in an area where the murderer, whose cowardice is clear, was able to make a quick getaway, that is to say, near his home. For his second murder, he would have wanted to go further afield, so the police could not link these two cases.
Jr. should play Sherlock.
As for the other murders, seeing the
Jude Law should
ineffectiveness of
play
his last one,
Watson.
he headed in different directions to kill his victims while still staying in the vicinity and without going any further
the
than
television
necessary,
should be in
and
modern
all the
times.
while planning
And
his
Sherlock should
escape.
use technology to help him.
My dear Watson, we
Well,
now
he
know
does.
what
He
this
used a
man looks
telephone.
like in the area he lives, and that he suffered
Oh,
directly
no.
or
Oh, wow, yeah,
indirectly
he does.
from
Yeah.
syphilis. Let's not forget the anatomical knowledge he must almost certainly possess.
Go to your
Given his
mind
lower-class
palace,
background,
Sherlock.
A butcher seems very
Your
likely.
mind
However,
palace.
it may be the case that the man was a butcher once, but is no longer. He might also have been a medical assistant. Who knows? That's why we need the testimonies of the other Joseph and Dr. Tumblety in order to be certain.
What shall we do, Holmes?
As the police's cooperation is futile and can be ruled out, we have nothing to do but wait. Watson, wait, and hope we
that
see
likes
one
other
of these
guys.
two men before the
Yeah.
killer strikes again.
Has the collection.
He's the one that collects uteruses?
At last, a long day's work done. How are you doing, Holmes?
Fine, Watson, just fine.
I suppose you still haven't heard any news from Whitechapel.
No, Watson.
It's been almost a month now.
What?
Who knows? Our killer may have brought justice upon himself, overcome by remorse and ignominy for his actions.
Not a chance, Watson.
Month just passed.
You haven't done anything about the story of a kidney that was sent in the post and reported by the papers. Why not?
The killer left a message on one occasion with the intention of harming. The letter accompanying this package served
was
no
also
purpose
one, yeah.
other than to give value to its recipient and arouse disgust against its sender.
Well, it's weird
The
that they
killer
don't
has
put
never done
padding
anything
in
for
the game
nothing.
for this,
In order to authenticate the
least,
Galston
like, to
Street
lead
message,
up.
he left an indisputable piece of evidence. Can we really say as much about this kidney?
I don't know. All I know is that there are letters piling up on your desk. Isn't it time to move on to another case?
Absolutely not, Watson. I think that the other Joseph is reluctant to meet me. The man he saw must certainly
Yeah,
have
well,
put the
it's
fear
been a
of God
month.
in him.
Have you
A man well
contacted
known
him?
for his violence and his hatred towards Jews. There can't be any shortage of those in Whitechapel. I have hope yet. As for Dr. Tumblety,
We found him, Mr. Holmes. We found him.
Who's that?
Dr. Bumblebee. He's been locked up by the Bobbies, but they've let him loose. Oi, he was looking round like a rat who's scared of his own shadow. He's gonna do a run at years.
Watson, this is our chance. The game is afoot.
Get a better
Let's hope that
voice
Tumblety will go
actor.
to collect his trunk. As for you, my little friends, thank you for
Holmes,
lifting this
Mr.
burden
Holmes,
that has been
can
on
I
my shoulders
please
for almost a
afford
month.
better voice actor now?
Holmes needs one too. Holmes and Watson. It's like
Well,
they're just
Watson
sort of
has at least a decent.
yeah, and he seems like kind of open about everything. But Holmes is just he seems dead inside.
Yep. So
Just
we're going. To
there's
the
no
station.
soul. Wah! It's back again.
Oh God! Why? That was.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Let's return to the boarding house.
What? Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I'm stuck on
He's
the wall.
here. The doctor is here, up in his room. Peeking through my door, I saw him go up the stairs, and I think
He
that he
also
has a
needs a better
pistol.
voice actor.
Regarding the trunk, did you
Here's
do what I
Lily
told you
holding
to?
his nose
Yes,
like a
I jammed
dog.
the lock and filled the trunk with stones. Should we call the police?
Absolutely not. Go home, lock your doors, and if you hear a gunshot, shout as loudly as you can.
Indoors.
Watson, we must disarm this man at all costs
Undo your
before attempting to
gun.
confront him. Come, have your pistol at the ready and stay alert.
Just shout rape.
We just fly up those stairs.
Watching me dead. Oh, no, he's not.
Don't move a muscle or I shoot.
Who? But what is going on?
Bravo, Watson. I take back
This is a
everything I
bad-
ever said about your
this
less
doesn't
than
even
full
sound like an
involvement in our
American.
investigations.
Listen, Mr. Policeman.
Okay.
I already told everything to your colleagues at the station, so
Don't you believe it, sir?
Some
We're not with the
Irish,
police. We are
yeah.
here to talk about human organs, an area in
Is
which you
he
seem to have a
American?
great deal of interest.
Yeah. Where was
What?
this game?
but who are you?
We are the ones holding the pistol. Listen, Tumblety, tell us everything you know and you will be spared from the noose or a bullet. Have you tried to get hold of any female genitalia from someone during these
Look
past
at Watson's
months?
face. He's like a tired seal.
That's it.
Horus.
You English. Listen, as it happens, I do have a collection of female genital organs which I hold dear and never miss the chance to show my friends whatever the occasion.
Christmas.
If you knew what
You
I
wanna see
feel when my eyes meet the young men's as they contemplate with astonishment and disgust this soft and flabby skin that they worship and place at the center of all their passions. Women repulse me, gentlemen. They are one of nature's greatest mistakes. Lying, haughty, and most of all, nauseating. No, sirs. Men, mankind, we are not made to soil ourselves with such animals, and it is my task to educate my peers,
so
like
this
the
is turned
ancient
into a
Greeks used to
first-person
do,
shooter?
and put them on the path
Now, if I
to
pull the
masculine
trigger-
relationships. The only
Oh,
time
it
worth
is,
our
isn't it?
intelligence.
Yeah.
Didn't
My
even notice.
God,
I was
this
too
man
busy
has lost
being...
his marbles, Holmes.
You haven't answered my question. Did you attempt to obtain any female organs?
Indeed, but a long time ago. I was living in Liverpool at the time. A few of my specimens were starting to lose their freshness. But despite the sum proposed, the heads of the university hospitals refused to accede to my demands. The fear of what others would say, certainly. I know nothing more similar to an arrogant fowl than an English doctor. Yakety yak, always showing off in the courtyard with their haughty airs. And as soon as...
Shut it, Tumblety. So, was it you who killed all of these women? Yes or no?
I regret to say that it was not.
Pulling this
If I had really
trigger.
wanted a few more uteri, I would have had them brought in from the United States, where it would cost me much less than here. Or I would have shown a few gold coins in the hallways of a morgue or a hospital in London, and they would have kissed my feet to sell them to me, and not taken the least risk. But kidneys are all the latest, aren't they? I think that I could find one tomorrow for less than £1. In short, gentlemen,
weird.
Yep.
I do
That
not
was a very
know
odd
your
pause.
killer, and I don't know why he's doing that. But if you come across him one day, please send him my friendship and my deepest respect.
You've gone too far this time.
Come, Watson, let's not get
on,
carried
pull the
away now.
trigger.
Thank you for your assistance, Doctor. If I may offer some advice, you should leave England as soon as possible. Each day that you remain in this country is a risk that an intelligent man would not take.
My pistol?
Without that, it will be even more risky.
What?
I'm not even sure. But Sherlock wasn't even, like, looking at him in the face. Like, I was watching his eyes. They were kind of, like, moving back and forth.
Can we believe this man, Holmes?
He can't be the murderer, and his story regarding the organs fits. But we can't afford to take the slightest risk. I will ask the Baker Street irregulars to follow him. Listen, lads, when Tumblety leaves here, follow him discreetly and come and tell me as early as possible tomorrow where he is currently residing. Understood?
Understood, Captain.
Captain?
Captain?
He didn't even go Captain. It was like, Captain! Thank you, Captain! Captain! Ah!
Capitan? Oh my god.
He just
walked
walks through the wall!
Already ready,
High
Holmes.
five.
What is going on?
Best
I have been
game
waiting for
ever!
you for at least an
What is
hour,
this,
Watson.
2008?
It would appear that a new drama has unfolded.
2008.
The youngsters came to give
I
me
don't
this
know
address,
when
but
it
I have some
It's a
doubt as to the
2012
actual
game? It's
location we are
only-
going to.
it's a 2007
Let's try
game.
anyway. At worst, we may come across the Baker Street irregulars to put us in the right direction.
2010 game. Walking through wall glitches and cutscenes, and the most shitty lighting engine I have ever seen, or ever will see.
Yeah, the Burger King game was better than that.
Yes, it was a bit too much.
We are
Sneaky
lost,
King.
Holmes.
Sneaky.
No, we're not, Watson. We are
Sneaky
heading for the
King.
very street I'd hoped
Yeah.
for, but as I wasn't sure it was this one, I've made a few big detours in order to find the right one. I'll know it when I see the name.
Why, of course, Holmes. Why didn't I think of that? The great Sherlock Holmes can't...
What are we doing?
What?
And why did... Hello? Sir?
How are you, my friend? Are you not feeling well?
No,
My friend is a doctor. He can take care of you.
don't go there. He came here, and he...
Now, Watson, take care of him.
Miller's Court. I can't see a thing, but I think it's a dead lady. Oh boy. And I think those are intestines?
I think so.
My God!
I can't hardly see
What
it.
happened?
Can't talk. Wait for the coppers. Are they coming? My eyes are crying.
No.
Go find them too, mister. I'll stay here and keep
Oh,
an
God,
eye
no,
out.
no.
Go!
No, I must await my friend. Ah, here he is.
Thank God, Watson. Thank God.
Watson, are you there? How are you?
Fine, Holmes, and you? What happened?
Hello, sir.
What?
Where are we, Watson?
In Whitechapel, Holmes. This must be
What
Dorset
the
Street.
what just happened?
You don't seem very well. Do you need something?
Indeed, Watson. Some clay, a great big piece of clay. I would ask for some wine, too, but as you know, I taste nothing but melodrama.
What is over there?
A trip from which you will never return, Watson. Trust me, don't go there.
A trip? Behind this door? In this room?
It's not strictly a door, it's more of a portal, a threshold, and what lies behind it is not the mortal realm, Watson. It is a place beyond time and space, the gift of a frantic artist who
I'm
made
just
use
reading
of his
ahead.
talent in order to grant us access to his world, Watson. Beyond that threshold is an abyss. Hell. The
This
police
guy,
won't take
oh my
long to
God, I
arrive,
was
and the last thing I
expecting
want is to
you.
waste precious time on them. Could you
He
lead me out of
never
this area and take me
changes his
home?
tone.